we still have an energy advantage on our opponent, and they have a Gyarados! Let's go! Let's go! Nothing you can do. We just throw a wild charge. They must have another flyer, and they have a Togekiss. We show them our electric, and we hit the wild charge. Look at the damage. This is one shots all around, and we take that W. Let's go. Let's settle down, class. It's time for a lesson. Good morning, class. Today we are going to be testing out a shocking and a little shady team. So grab a seat and get ready for notes because it's time for a lesson. Just a quick reminder, if you want to get a better grade in class, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, ring that bell so that you guys will be the first one to know when there are new lessons. If you guys want to see how I battle live and play some GBL, please check me out on twitch.tv/Super Science Sensei. I battle every single day from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. inside Pacific Standard Time. I hope to see you guys there. The team is built around the idea where we have a Venusaur in the front and two high damage, very shadow and sparky boys in the back line. Now, the team works in the fact that it's still an ABB line where we have two things that are electric in the back. The things that beat electric types the most are going to be fighters and waters. So we have a Venusaur in the lead to help take those out. With our double backline built like this, we can have heavy shield pressure with both the wild charge users, and also because Venusaur hits very hard, it also has shield pressure as well. So we have three things that pressure shields, we have two things that really destroy things that are in the sky, and we have something that defeats its counters. It's a very standard ABB line, but it's with mons that people don't normally use, and I wanted to have fun with the electric meta. Today we're going to bring you my final two sets. I'm not going to lie, the first three sets were a bit of a learning experience. We had a lot of fun with those, but boy oh boy did we pop off with the last two sets. I guess you could say we had quite a shocking result. Now with that all set, let's go into the video. Now, the first match, we're going to have a Venusaur lead into an Empoleon. This isn't a great lead, and because they usually run Double Dragon, we have things in the back to deal with it. They do swap out, and we instantly swap to our Electivire because it has Ice Punch. Magnezone can work as well, but I like having the Ice Punch because it's a very fast move, doesn't lower our defenses, and instantly threatens the Dragonite. We can get to two Ice Punches with the Electivire before the Dragonite pops off. And because they don't get to the second Dragon Claw in time, they're probably going to farm us down. But we will take both shields unless it wants to die to our Shadow Electivire. At this point, I know that my Magnezone can take any move it decides to throw unless it's Draco Meteor. But since it is Ultra League Premier, a lot of people are running Hurricane instead. And so we don't care about the Dragon Claws, we don't care about the Hurricane. We just want to farm energy to blow up whatever's in the back, i.e. the Kingdra. We see the Empoleon right there, so we're gonna say goodnight! One wild charge, 100% of its life bar. We switch over back to the Dragonite because we're now defensively low and we don't want to get picked off there. So we go to our Venusaur and take it out with a Sludge Bomb since it's already low from the Electivire. Since this is indeed a Kingdra, it's neutral to the grass type and we are able to chunk this double dragon team. We're gonna try to make it to this next frenzy, and they realize they're not gonna be making it in time, and we take the win off the first match. So that very common Empoleon double dragon team, we are able to take out with this lineup as long as we play correctly. Let's go to the next match. Match number 2, Venusaur versus Venusaur. So inside this matchup, I find it very useful for us to try to get an extra Vine Whip when they're throwing the first Sludge Bombs, and we just don't bait. So we get an extra Vine Whip there. We shield at least one, and then later, because we are one Vine Whip ahead, we can throw. We make sure to try to deny their Vine Whips. There's a real great video by Wallerer on that. I'll put the link to his Twitch down below. And so we get to this first. We decide if we want to see if they want to do a double shield or not. So at this point, we can absorb the first one since, as you see, Sludge Bomb only does a little bit less than half of your life. 2 Sludge Bombs will KO, and they switch out to a Kingdra. So we are going to throw a Frenzy Plant. before we go off on our merry way. We see if we get the final shield. We do get the final shield. And now we go to Magnezone. Magnezone, due to its steel typing, even though it's shadow and squishy, we can easily tank an Octazooka. And we are going to farm all the way to a double wild charge. And at this point, this Kingdra is not going to enjoy this damage we're going to go through. One shot the Kingdra right there. The Venusaur, we expect it to come back in, but it's Swampert. So we use our wild charge on that. And we die because our defense is so low. We die to like 2 mud shots. We know that Venusaur is going to be able to kill the Swampert. Because our switch clock wasn't up, we throw a move, we catch on our Electivire, we have a shield, Electivire squishy, we hope that we can survive, we barely do. We hope that we can get to this move in time, but we get farmed down, so this is critical. So because of its HP, we decide we're going to shield, and we're going to farm this Venusaur down, because now it has to get to a Frenzy Plant, and it won't make it there. And by the time we farm it down, we're going to be energy ahead of the Swampert. And we're going to get to this Frenzy Plant. And we're going to one-shot it with 1 HP and a dream. There we go. Well, actually, that's more like 2 HP, right? 2? Maybe? Give or take. Let's go to the next match. Venusaur versus Tangrowth. This is a really good matchup for us because the rock slides don't hit us for more than 20 to 30%, while our sludge bombs will take out over half of its life bar. Venusaur does win this because of the poison typing. We double resist grass, and the rock slides are just neutral, while they take super effective from our stab sludge bombs. So look at this. Let's see what happens. They don't shield. Look how low they get. We can finish it off with a Frenzy Plant at this point. So we're going to overfarm and see what they want to do. Now, Tangrowth, they switch to a Talonflame, and oh boy. We're just going to go into our Electivire. We know that was 3 Incinerates. It needs 5 for 2 of them. They go for the Brave Bird, thinking that we're not going to shield the Flame Charge. Little do they realize that my Electivire is Shadow, and therefore very, very squishy. I don't want to take any damage at all. And so now we go for the big boy Wild Charge play. Unsure if the Ice Punch will do enough damage, and they don't shield. So we take it out. They have a Swampert. We are low, so we're going to go for a Wild Charge because they're probably going to try to farm us down due to our lower defenses. So we're going to give them less to farm. We go for the Wild Charge. They go the second shield, and they threw. It was a CMP, and that is really bad for them. So now they don't have energy for my Venusaur. We instantly throw the Frenzy Plant. We one-shot this Swampert due to the double weakness. Woo! That's nice. We go back to our... oh, that's... Yikes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my Tangrowth friend. I'm sorry, my friend Mojumbo. You're not meant for this world. We take the win. Let's go for the next match. Okay, into the 4th match now. Venusaur versus Machamp. Once again, fighting. This is why we want the Machamp here. I mean, the Venusaur here, so we can fight that Machamp. They cannot absorb a Frenzy Plant. And even though we could take a Rock Slide, we want to commit shields just so that they can't farm us down. Because a lot of times, Machamp, if they can land a bait, a Rock Slide, even multiple Cross Chops, it gets very, very difficult for us. So we're going to throw these Frenzy Plants. We don't want to overfarm too much unless they throw a second Rock Slide. If they throw a Cross Chop, then we have to throw right away. If they throw a Rock Slide, we get 1 to 2 extra Frenzy Plants just to make sure... Frenzy Plants. Vine Whips. Just to make sure that we can have energy for the next mon. So we take out the Machamp. It's probably the biggest threat to our boys in the back, especially... And we see the Togekiss. Oh boy, this is... Yikes. This is going to take out over 80% of this Togekiss's life. That is a big chunk. We go to the Magnezone. We're going to spark it down before it gets to the Flamethrower. And we see what's in the back. It's Empoleon! Oh, boy. This isn't, this is not good for the water types. We kill those inside one Wild Charge, and we take that. Final match of the set. Let's see what they have in the lead. They have a Snorlax. Once again, a really good spot for our... Actually... Magnezone can do well against it as well, but Venusaur is a really good spot to see it. Snorlax sometimes also comes with a Dragon package just like Empoleon, so people use Snorlax instead because it's a very strong and safe mon. Functions as a similar role. So they will get to the 2 Body Slams before we get to 2 Frenzy Plants. Just barely. Look at that. Look at that. Well played by our opponent. So we don't want to take that. We want to make sure we take at least its HP or another shield. My Venusaur can take one more Body Slam, but I don't want them to know that until after I'm done with them. So we get this Frenzy Plant off. We're like, I think we can live. Pretty okay IVs from my Venusaur. We do survive with 1 HP. Well, 2 HP. The Lick hits us, doesn't kill us. Hit the Frenzy Plant. And take out the second shield off that Snorlax. So, I'm going to farm up energy right here. Because they have to superpower if they want to do damage / kill me. I realized that they're far enough away that they didn't get to the move. I want to save a shield, so I Mirror Shot a little early. But I have 1 or 2 sparks extra. So, we still have an energy advantage on our opponent. And they have a Gyarados! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, Gyarados double weak to our electric. There's nothing you can do. We just throw a wild charge. They must have another flyer, and they have a Togekiss. We show them our electric, and we hit the wild charge. Look at the damage. This is one shots all around, and we take that W. Let's go. 5-0 on the 4th set of that night. Match number 6. First match of the final set. They lead with an Alolan Golem. This is great for my Venusaur. They go to their Kingdra, and I should have switched right away to Magnezone, but I decided to stay, hoping to either take away a shield or chunk it out. I do this because I wanted the pressure, and I knew that even with energy down, we are okay against that. Oh, we get the attack debuff. We're okay against the Alolan Golem. So, the issue with Kingdra when they get the attack debuff is because it goes down by 2 stages. The double wild charge we do here just barely doesn't KO. So, we have to do this right here. We're going to lose our Magnezone, and we bring it down to very little HP with no shields used up. This could be an Outrage, could be Octazooka bait, but we're not going to risk it. We're going to shield and farm them all the way down. We lost switch, but we do have a shield advantage. They have a drift blim. We switch out. They go back to their Alolan Golem, and so we're gonna throw our neutral ice punches. Okay. Shadow Electivire, very squishy, but hits very hard. The reason why we didn't throw the wild charge is because it is resisted. Probably does a little bit more damage, but we want to make sure that we are able to hit their drift blim. Hopefully with some zappy zaps to make sure they feel pain for battling our Shadow Electivire. We are able to take it out. We couldn't get the switch timer in time, and we finish it off with another Ice Punch. So we're hoping that we can just chip this down or get the swap off. And we look at the swap, comes right up, and I accidentally tapped the Sludge Bomb. You never throw Sludge Bomb on a Ghost type because it's not very effective. Frenzy Plant is a much better move. Always frenzy the Drift Blim. Don't do what I did. Live by my words. So we just want to make sure it's in range for our Ice Punch because we already have an Ice Punch stored. And the Ice Punch, oh yeah, that's definitely in range. We win CMP because Electivire has ridiculous damage, and we throw the Ice Punch at their 1 HP Drift Blim, saying good night. I see you win. I see a dead balloon. Match number 2. Let's see what they have in the lead. Gyarados, this is great. Everything in our team destroys it. They go to their Magnezone, and we're like, oh, okay. I see what you're doing. I like your style, but yours isn't Shadow. Venusaur doesn't have the best matchup against Magnezone, but from our squad, he does the best overall, and they aren't willing to do a double wild charge right away. We do survive the first wild charge, and that's why we're not shielding, because we just want to bring this Magnezone low. They're also throwing their energy too fast for it to be a wild charge, so I'm just going to keep throwing these Frenzy Plants to either chip down or take away their shields, because if we have an energy advantage, we can farm up and get ready to kill whatever is left in the back. So we waste no shields here. We let our Venusaur get close to falling down, but it's not dead yet. Now here, I use a shield because I know that they need a shield or they will die. So we throw the Frenzy Plant. We see if they shield or not. They let their Magnezone go down, and now they have a Gyarados thinking like, yes, I took out the biggest threat. And we laugh! And we laugh! Because, even, there's no way that's a Hydro Pump, and Hydro Pump's the only thing that really threatens us. With that Aqua Tail there, we just get to farm. We have to throw the Mirror Shot because we don't want them to get to 2 Aqua Tails. And now that's a 1 HP from death. They have, what is that? Steel something in the back. I don't care. I'm just throwing the Wild Charge blindly. It's a Metagross. Oh boy, what a spicy pick. Let's see how much damage this will do. I'm pretty sure this will one shot because Metagross is not that bulky. And boom! You ever see a Metagross delete like that? Oh boy, and they instantly concede. GG, well played. Match 2 of the set, let's go. Or is it match 3? I don't remember. Oh, you see that? Okay, so whenever you start a turn ahead, that sucks for them, but you never throw first unless you're about to get to 100 energy, because that guarantees you'll always be 1 Vine Whip ahead when you throw your move. So I throw a Sludge Bomb now. They didn't get any extra Vine Whips, so I'm 1 Vine Whip ahead of them in energy, so I'm always going to have that extra energy to throw first. See, right there, if they threw a move, I wouldn't shield it because I knew it would be Frenzy Plant. Instead, I throw the Sludge Bomb. Actually, no, yeah, they're still 1 Vine Whip behind. So they try to get ahead. Now I'm 2 Vine Whips ahead of them because I snuck another move when they threw. And so we're going to throw another Sludge Bomb. So they didn't sneak in any Vine Whips there. And since we are 2 ahead, we are going to be fine and dandy. They waste their last shield. So we're going to match shields because we're 3 Vine Whips ahead now. Wow. Not 1, not 2, but 3. And because of that, I do 2 extra. And they do the perfect sack swap. What a play. That Machamp is scary. I go into the Electivire hoping that they didn't get a counter first. We want to beat it to the Ice Punch and win a CMP. We do win a CMP. We instantly kill that. There, Venusaur's going to come in. They're going to kill us with a single Frenzy Plant because we're at half HP. But there goes all their energy. And since they are down and behind, we are going to let the Switch Clock go in case we need it. We're going to farm up our energy. That was too fast. Cannot be a Sludge Bomb. This will not kill. That Frenzy Plant does not kill. They have their own Magnezone. Oh, wait. Oh, they have the same team as me, but instead of Shadow Magnemite and Shadow Electivire, they're using regular Magnemite and have a Machamp, I think Shadow Machamp, to back it up. Because of how fast we're getting energy and how low their Venusaur is, we decide to farm up to a Mirror Shot and a Wild Charge. So we Wild Charge that, and we Mirror Shot this to take the win. We don't want to overfarm too much against the Magnezone because you don't want it to get to 2 Wild Charges. And so we take the win pretty nicely there. Very well played. Woo! What a close match. Really good catch, too. 4th match of the set. This is a Snorlax once again, as I said. Not a bad lead for us. We can survive 2 body slams, and it gets very, very close, especially with the shielding situations. Lick is very fast. It is IV dependent, but our Venusaur is not too shabby, so we will definitely not shield the first one since they didn't shield. So we took out a sizable chunk of the Snorlax. We throw a second Frenzy Plant here. They're farming a little bit extra. They should have a second body slam stored, but oh, they shield. And since they're willing to use a shield, we're kind of willing to use a shield as well. Right? Okay. And so we get that. We get the Frenzy Plant off. We see if we can take both shields or kill the Snorlax. Nice. We take both shields away. So that means we put it down in farm down position once again. But you notice that our opponent this time, they farmed extra. So they're going to get to a move. And we have to be very cognizant of this. If we know that they're going to do this beforehand, we know now we have to use the shield. Unlike before, if I try to throw a Mirror Shot there, there might be a chance they might be like, a fake CMP and I'd be in trouble. So they switch out. And because I'm not getting debuffs right away, I get to do a full damage Wild Charge onto this Kingdra and whomp it down to 20%. I was hoping I get to the Ice Punch in time. I hope this move doesn't kill me. It was an outrage. That kills. Okay, I have to hope that Magnezone can finish this all off here. We spark it down. We have no debuffs, and it's a Cafable. Mirror Shot. Okay, the reason why we don't instantly go for the Wild Charge is because that gets close. Oh, we got the attack drop on them. That's actually critical because now they do less damage. What we're scared of right now is that they're gonna sack swap in and we throw the move and that could lose us the game. So 3 mirror shots kill the Cofable, but because we didn't fully charge it, we gain energy on the Snorlax because the licks don't do much damage, and we make it with 1 HP with the mirror shot to kill that fairy. Let's go! Fairy's got nothing. We're good. And that is 9 in a row. We're currently 4-0 in this set. We have 1 match left. Last match of the night. Let's see how it goes. Venusaur on Venusaur, that mirror matchup. A lot of people noticed that Venusaur is a really great lead in the current meta, since there's a lot of Empoleons and Machamps out there, as you guys have seen in the video. They throw a Sludge Bomb. We try to get extra Vine Whip. We throw our Sludge Bomb, and we'll see if they shield or not. We'll match shields with them. And there we go. Both of us tried to deny each other fast moves, which will be shown inside the Wallers video in the link below. And because none of us got denied, we're both at the same energy, and they let it go down, so they didn't waste their first shield. And they have a Togekiss, so they're gonna farm our Venusaur all the way down. This is a pretty good play normally if Venusaur is the best answer to the fairies, but we have a Magnezone in the back that's a Fairy Crusher, and we also have an Electivire that's a Sky Crusher. So this was 10 charms, and I thought it took 12 to get the Flamethrower, and I think I was wrong. And I should have shielded that, but I didn't because most people in Premier don't have Flamethrower anyway. But that was definitely a risk. You guys should definitely shield that situation. They have the Empoleon, so we're going to Wild Charge to get this shield off right away or kill it. And then we're going to switch right away to our Electivire to finish this sucker off. They have no shields left. We have a shield up. We can just farm and farm and farm. Granted, look at how much that Empoleon waterfall damage is. Like, look at that. That's all fast move damage. Amazing. So we throw the Wild Charge at the Empoleon. That Empoleon's gone. And we farm down the Togekiss with 1 HP left. GG. Well played. So, as we look at the video, I will note that we got pretty lucky on leads because we either had mirror leads where we snuck in moves, or we had leads that were beneficial. Our safe swap is normally going to be the Shadow Electivire, which sometimes he can almost always give us a shield advantage, if not heavily damage the opponent and put it down to farm down range for hopefully our Magnezone and Venusaur. This seems a very, very fun team. It's not always the best, but boy oh boy, when you're playing it, your heart will race, your adrenaline will pump, and you'll have a great time. The double Shadow, double Wild Charge team, very, very electrifying team, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. See y'all next time. Class is dismissed.